What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of our road trip from the southernmost point of the continental USA to the Arctic Circle. And this week, we are heading way off the path. We're going to be heading out on a cruise with Norwegian Cruise Line. For the very first time, we will be cruisers. Come along for our trip. We are going down to the Caribbean, and we are hoping to have a wonderful time. Welcome to our room. Oh my goodness.
Nice and cozy.
Okay, this is our room. You've now seen the entire thing.
It's very small, but that's okay.
It's very, very small.
We don't spend time in the room anyways, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, honestly, could not care less how big this room is because we're probably just gonna sleep in here.
We're doing all the activities on board, so
Yeah,
this is just for sleeping.
This is literally just gonna be for sleeping. There's a comedy show tonight at 10 p.m. so
hopefully we can make it.
We're desperately gonna try and stay awake so that we can go to that because it sounds awesome. But yeah, this is the room. That was the fastest tour of my life because there's really nothing to show you. It's pretty standard. They have a tiny little TV here, which I don't know.
I can't believe people are gonna watch TV
on a cruise. Like, what are you doing? Anyway, there's a shower in here. Ooh, yes. It's not focusing. It's really dark. The lighting in here is kind of shit. Like, why did they do that?
It looks like there's a light above our bed, but I don't know how to turn it on.
Let me try all the light switches.
Oh. It came on.
You have to click the light switch like on, off. Not like up, down, you know? On, off.
Oh.
Whatever.
That's
Anyway.
much better.
Yeah, that's a little better. All right.
That looks cute.
The only thing that kind of scares me is I know people that have been on cruises before and they've said you'll start to feel seasick because you can't see out a window once the ship is moving. The ship hasn't moved yet, so we don't know. But I'm interested to know what that's going to feel like. So
I guess we'll find out at like midnight after the comedy show.
We'll let you guys know.
I don't think it's going to be a big deal, but yeah.
Hopefully not. Now let's go get a drink. One thing that we hadn't thought about, but I guess you don't really know until you go on a cruise, is just how windy it can be while you're out on the ocean.
All right. We just found the jogging track. We heard about this like 3 days ago and we have not been able to find it. That's why
It's a big ship.
yeah. That's what cruises are like. It's really hard to find stuff for some reason. But we just found it and we came here for sunrise. And I don't really think we're gonna get a sunrise.
It's a bit cloudy.
It's really cloudy. But this is insane. We're on floor 7, but I feel like we're right above the water. It's so crazy. But the waves and the water is insane. It's so nuts. Take a look at this.
We didn't do much recording while we were on the ship because it was crazy busy. There's so many people, and that's one thing we didn't necessarily expect. We knew that the ship was going to be busy. We knew that the ship had 4,000 passengers boarding, but we honestly just didn't understand what that was going to mean, and it really just meant there was people everywhere, all the time. I'm not complaining. It was fun. But that was definitely one downfall of going on a cruise compared to an all-inclusive resort. It feels like at a resort, you can spread out a lot more, and on cruising, there's limited options for seating. So, we didn't record very much on the ship, but our first destination was the Dominican Republic, and it blew us away. We've been to the Dominican before. We stayed in an all-inclusive resort in Sosua, and it was so gorgeous. So we were excited to go back. This time around, we got to dock at a resort. You get to walk through this resort, and there's all these little stores. There's a beach you can hang out at, a lazy river, restaurants and bars. It was super cool. And then just outside the resort, you're in downtown Puerto, and it was so cool to walk around. The culture in this area, the art, it was so beautiful. We walked around the town. We checked out the amazing pink street that Storm somehow knew about that I didn't know. Some local vendors selling coconuts and water. It was so much fun. After having our very own live performance on the street, we went and checked out a little bit more architecture, found a really nice viewpoint of the street from above where we got to see all the hustle and bustle of downtown Puerto Plata and some of the architecture that was in the area. Then we made our way towards the ocean, and then we were graced with a pack of wild dogs. These little stray dogs are all over the Caribbean, and they're always so sweet and friendly, and Storm makes friends with them all. Then we made our way back to the ship for lunch. As you probably know if you follow this channel, we are big foodies, so the food on the ship was very important to us to make or break our review, and it was pretty good. We love going to buffets. We love having no responsibilities, no dishes to wash, and nothing to cook. That's what we love about all-inclusives, and the food here was really, really good. We've been to many resorts before, and I would say the cruise was top-tier food. The buffet was decent every single time. There was always vegetarian options, and the sit-down restaurants were phenomenal. Wow, oh wow. Welcome to the U.S. Virgin Islands. We are in St. Thomas. It is absolutely stunning here. It's so hot. I'm sweating.
Loving it, but also wanting to go swimming.
Yeah, we want to go swimming really bad, but there's no beach here. We'd have to take a taxi a little while away over the big mountain hill thing that's here, so that's not really an option. But we found this gorgeous little yacht club area that we're just stopping to film right now. Yeah, it's really hot. We started walking around. The U.S. Virgin Islands are very well known for buying jewelry. So basically, as soon as you get off the ship, there's just
tons of shops.
Yeah, 100 jewelry shops. So if you ever want to buy jewelry, book a cruise and come here first.
Good tips.
I just wish that there was a beach right outside the port that we could swim. That would be nice. We decided not to take a taxi. I don't know, we shopped for a while and then we started running out of time. We have 4 hours left and we probably have enough time to take the taxi over there, but
we're just a little bit paranoid about timing.
Yeah, I'm always worried that we won't get back to the ship on time, and obviously that's a nightmare. So I think we're just gonna pass on that and just keep walking around and looking at the gorgeous view. And for now, we have this beautiful yacht club area to walk around.
There's a big truck, so don't know if you heard that, but yeah. We're just gonna continue walking around, looking at the view, seeing what we can find in the last couple hours here. But so far, the island is absolutely stunning.
Stunning. The watercolor is so beautiful. We were up eating lunch on the 15th floor of the cruise ship, and the water from up there is just this stunning blue color. So it's so nice. I think we're gonna sneak down here and dip our toes in the water.
I think it's mandatory.
Let's not break a leg on these rocks. You can do it, but be careful.
Come to me.
Oh!
So close. Wait for it.
It's coming. Yay!
It's so warm.
It's warm? Look, it's our ship.
Maybe even from way over here.
It's humongous. Our next stop was Tortola in the British Virgin Islands, and this island was really, really cool. We had a great time. When you get off the ship, there's a bunch of shopping you can do. Again, I think this is a great place to buy jewelry. You don't have to pay any taxes, and you get really good prices. But we were kind of all shopped out, so we headed out into town and did some wandering of our own. We came across this prison. We knew that there was going to be a rich history here, so we waited for them to open and headed on in for a tour for only $5 a person. And when we paid, we were told that it was just self-guided. However, this lady talked to us for about an hour, telling us the history of this island, the prison. It was also quite heartbreaking to read some of the stories throughout the prison, because the island was infamous for slavery and piracy.
This jail was built in 1774, and it was last used in 2008.
Really? Wow.
Officially closed in 1995, but it remained open until 2008 with the ladies. This is the only jail that they had for all the islands we had that were inhabited.
Oh, wow. And there's only 4 cells.
And only 4 cells when they built it first. When they built it first, they built this jail 85 years after slavery began to
Wow.
keep some line out in the land because we had too many pirates here. And most of our islands are named after pirates. Just Van Dykes was a pirate. Blackbeard used to hang out here, he was a pirate. Sophos was a pirate. Belmont was a pirate. Flanagan was a pirate. Naaman was a pirate. Peter was a pirate. I'm the last of the family born here on Peter Island. And Agada is below sea level, and they have a coral shell that surround the island, but they have a channel. You must know the channel to get in there. So pirate like Billy Bones, Blight, Lablali, Palmetto, Captain Kid, Captain Jack, Ham, Black Sam, and it had Peg Leg, Mulligan, Jack Robin, all kind of pirates that had over there.
We are back from our cruise now. It was a lot of fun. We had a great time. Storm got sick. Not seasick, thankfully. Just a little cold. It was like the second last day, so that kind of sucked. But overall, the trip was fantastic. We would definitely cruise again. I don't know if we would stop doing all-inclusives and like replace it with cruising, because we really enjoy those still. The entertainment was good. The food was good. Low lights. We canceled our last day in port. We never got to go to the Bahamas. We were supposed to, but they don't have an actual port there for the cruise ship to dock at, so they have to tender people over, and apparently they had 8-foot swells, which meant that it was too high for them to tender people over, so we didn't get to go there. That kind of sucked. And then the only other thing is like some of the venues that they have where they play live music and stuff like that, there's not enough seating. So if everybody goes at the same time, you don't get a place to sit. What did you think? How was your first cruise?
It was really good. Getting sick wasn't very fun, but there was a lot of people coughing and stuff, so I kind of expected that I would get sick. Food was really good. They had a Beatles cover band, and they were amazing. That was super fun. Laying in the sun was great. I mean, even though we've been in Florida, we haven't really laid in the sun in a very long time, so it was just nice to disconnect, relax, be on vacation, and enjoy the last little bit of warmth before we head to Canada tomorrow.
We're now heading. I feel like that's a mess.
Don't look at that.
Don't look at our mess. We're moving tomorrow, okay? Yeah, so we head out tomorrow on an epic drive. We are, as we've said, heading to the Arctic Circle. That is our final destination. But, as you know, we're Canadians, and they have visa rules down here in America. We're only allowed to be in America for up to 6 months in a year. It's all complicated, but whatever. We have to get out of America very quickly. So we are planning to drive from Titusville, Florida to Waterton National Park, which is just across the border into Alberta, which is north of Montana. I was going to say Manitoba. Nope, Montana. So any of you geography nerds out there, that's 5,000 kilometers. And we're going to do it in 7 days. So follow along, hit that subscribe button, smash that bell button, and like this video and comment down below. Let us know. Do you guys like cruising? Should we do another one?
Oh, the ducks.
What ducks?
The cruising ducks.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot. That was a highlight.
That was a highlight for you?
Yeah.
All right, tell the people about the ducks.
We were walking, taking the stairs, like healthy people, burn off all the food we were eating, and there was a duck on the stair. We found it and was like, what the heck is this? Carried on with our lives, and then we found another duck, but it actually had a tag stuck to it that said, like, you found a cruising duck. So we looked it up. Apparently it's a whole thing. People hide ducks around the cruise ship for other cruisers to find. We found 6?
Yeah, 6 or 7, I think.
6 or 7 in total. Found them, wrote cute little notes on them, and then re-hid them all for people to find, except for one. And he was a captain duck, and he was wearing sunglasses, so we kept him. But yeah, it's fun.
So if any of you find our duck on a Norwegian cruise line on the Epic, tag us down below. We put on there that it was from the Nomadic Sweethearts, so hopefully one of you guys find it. All right, follow us for this trip. Sailor duck, does whatever a sailor duck does. We've got a new mascot.